what happened is that I was investigating, going back to last year, complaints that the Ukrainian people, several people in Ukraine, knew about a tremendous amount of collusion between Ukrainian officials and Hillary Clinton and the Democratic National Committee, including a completely fraudulent document that was produced in order to begin the investigation of Manafort.
Yes. Now you see how I'm sorry I have to put these provisos and caveats and explainers in the beginning, but that video makes no sense if you don't understand what I just told you. A fake ledger.
Setup, yeah.
Sure, the setup is key. A fake ledger saying, we paid Manafort $12 million in cash was given to our law enforcement and intel and political people in the United States and was used as the spark to start an investigative flame to take Manafort down only because Manafort had joined the Trump team. The problem is the document was fake. Now, Chris Cuomo's not interested in that. Chris Cuomo's framing this as, well, this is the disgusting, horrible, abusive tactics of the mainstream media in their efforts to lie to you and distract you from what's really going on. Cuomo does not want you to pay attention to the fact that the Obama administration initiated an investigation against Manafort on a fake document from a foreign government. The definition of collusion. He needs you to stay focused on the fact that Rudy Giuliani, as Trump's lawyer, may have expressed an interest in this case in exposing the corruption. That's not the story Cuomo needs you to hear. He wants you to hear about promises and foreign government conversations between Trump and the Ukraine and how, do you see how devious this is? Let me sum this up for you. Cuomo is such a hack that rather than focusing on hard evidence of a massive foreign collusion scandal based on false documents to spy on the Trump team, he's turning and flipping the whole thing around to make the effort to expose it by Rudy, make that the scandal. You get it? Cuomo's like, well, you guys are going over there and trying to pressure. They're not trying to pressure anybody, they're trying to get the truth. Giuliani's not making this up. Now, I want you to pay special attention, a little bit of a shorter clip. Here's the third and final. This is a 7-minute cut. You're free to watch it. I rarely promote CNN unless they're being absurd. But this third cut is important because Rudy, here's the setup. Rudy describes that in the process of investigating the Black Ledger, the hoax Black Ledger about the cash payments, they found other stuff that if you're a regular listener to this show about Joe Biden, you already know about. By the way, that is covered again. I'm sorry. I don't want to promote this to death. I really, folks, it means a lot to me. This interview tonight on 10 p.m., I'm sorry, on Sunday night with Mark, almost stumbling over my words because I feel so passionately about it. You cannot miss this. I discussed this at the end. In the process of Giuliani investigating this, he discovers information about Biden. It's in my book, Exonerated. That is deeply troubling. Yeah, Joe already knows many of my... Like, check this out. This is worth your time.
I found out this incredible story about Joe Biden, that he bribed the president of the Ukraine in order to fire a prosecutor who was investigating his son. That is an astounding scandal of major proportions, which all of you have covered up for about 5 or 6 months.
So, ladies and gentlemen, just to be clear, what just happened on CNN last night, Giuliani's investigating a major foreign collusion scandal about a hoax document used to investigate Trump's campaign manager, Manafort. In the process of investigating scandal number one, Joe, we got to label the scandals. Scandal A and Scandal B. In the process of investigating Scandal A, as Trump's attorney, trying to uncover massive malfeasance, he uncovers another scandal about Obama's vice president at the time, Biden, basically bribing a foreign government to fire a prosecutor in Ukraine who is looking into potential malfeasance involving Biden's kid. You may say, come on, Dan, that can't possibly have happened. Really? Let's play this little cut. Here is Joe Biden when he was talking about his experience in Ukraine, actually bragging about this this disgusting episode where he threatens the government of Ukraine to withhold money if they don't fire the investigator who is this is a fact, it's not an opinion, who is looking at his kid for potential malfeasance, Hunter Biden. Here is the actual videotape of Biden, this dope, bragging about it. Check this out.
And I went over for, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, no, I said, I'm not going to, or we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired. And they put in place someone who was solid at the time.
Again, Chris Cuomo, this total hack at CNN, has zero interest in that story. That is Joe Biden, literally, not figuratively, on tape, bragging about firing a prosecutor who is investigating an operation that involves his son Hunter. You can spin that all you want. I've heard Cuomo last night, again, I don't have time to play the whole interview, but Cuomo, well, that prosecutor may have been corrupt anyway. Even if you take that, Joe, and I'm asking you to be an independent arbiter here. Seriously, for a second, try to think like a liberal. I'm not joking around, try. If that's your explanation, Chris Cuomo, your comeback is, well, the prosecutor in Ukraine Biden wants fired for investigating his kid was corrupt anyway. I'm asking you honestly, don't you think Biden, who obviously knows his son is heavily involved in potential malfeasance in Ukraine? It's his kid. He knows that what's going on. He knows his son's being investigated. Don't you think it would be proper, even if Biden thought this guy was corrupt, to recuse himself from that decision?
I would think so, yeah.
I'm not a trick. Of course. What I find odd, this is why Cuomo's such a hack.
Right.
The same network, CNN, and the same clown show over there that'll insist Donald Trump should have recused himself from a Moscow building project that never happened, that he was only remotely involved with at the end. A project that was not illegal in any way. Anyway, Donald Trump can build in Moscow or wherever he wants, as long as he abides by local laws. There's no allegation Donald Trump's Trump Tower Moscow project that never happened is in any way illegal. How lunatic liberals in the media, their sick, deranged, radical friends, yes, I said it, you are darn right, these lunatics will insist Trump should have recused himself from that Moscow deal that never happened. And yet Joe Biden, who on tape admits to pressuring a government to fire a prosecutor for investigating his kid, there's no story there that Biden should have recused himself at all. They see no impropriety whatsoever.
Move along, folks.
Move along. Thank you, Joe. Nothing to see here, folks.
Nothing here.
What total BS. Cuomo is an embarrassment. But folks, again, I can't play the whole interview. Rudy goes on later on at the end of it to totally dismantle this guy. And the liberals are like, it was a Rudy meltdown. It was one of the finest media appearances I have ever seen. Giuliani tells him at the end, you're a sellout. And I'm telling you, Chris, you are a sellout. You are a total, I didn't jump on your back when you had the whole incident where you threatened to throw a guy down the stairs. We poked a little fun, but I didn't jump on the outrage brigade on that. But last night you humiliated yourself. Rudy Giuliani came on your show with a series of undeniable facts about unquestioned corruption between the Obama administration, Biden, and the Ukrainian government, a collusion scandal on massive doses of Dianabol. And what did you do? You spent the whole time covering it up and trying to distract people, acting like Giuliani's allegations and Giuliani's efforts to get to the truth are the real scandal by this whistleblower. Media, ladies and gentlemen, journalism is dead. You want real journalism? Come here. And we're not even, this is an opinion show. And we have been so far out ahead of this. Please pick up my book, Exonerated, on this. My wife Paula's been like, please just tease the book. You don't do it enough. She's like, everybody else teases. Folks, I just don't want to, it's not me. It's not I'm serious. This is not my character. I'm not a salesman by nature. Yeah. I just put a lot of effort into this, and this is documented out with facts that are footnoted in the book, and Biden cannot run from it.